We're the Cookmere Trug Company, and we make the famous Thomas Smith traditional Sussex Trug and also the Southdown modern Trug, which are both made in our workshops in Alfriston in Sussex. What we've got here is the Southdown modern Trug. It's modern, but it's actually been made in this form for about 70 years. That's made out of Finnish birch and Latvian birch plywood. And what we do is we use 1 inch wide, 4mm thick plywood in 3 thicknesses. So we laminate 3 pieces together to make a handle, and we also make the rim in the same way, but those are made in 2 halves, so put in a drying rack overnight and then trimmed and pinned together on the side there with brass pins. We only use solid brass pins for this process so that they don't rust. These are then put into a former where the boards are placed into the former, into the trug itself. These are the boards. They're made out of 1.5mm aircraft ply, and the ply that we use is very similar, or in fact the same, as they used to use to make the Mosquito aircraft. So they're very strong and very durable. What we have here is the handle and the rim being soaked in boiling water so that the ends won't split when we put the copper tacks in. Underneath the handle and rim are the boards, which also have to be soaked to make them pliable enough to bend. What we do next is we take the handle and the rim, which have been soaking in the hot water, and place them in our making box. The handle goes in first, the rim slips in between them and is placed on 2 ledges so we get the right depth for the trug. And then what we do is to pop a couple of feet into the box, and then we're ready to make and put the boards in. Here's one that we prepared earlier. So we take the wet board and position it in by eye, and then we're using copper tacks to position and fix the board securely onto the frame. People often ask me what uses trugs are in this modern day of ours, and my answer to them really is that the uses for trugs are limited by imagination, because we make around about 100 different shapes and sizes, and we do hundreds of different colours and colour variations. So what they're used for is mainly the garden. You can do any good job in the garden. You can put it over your arm and have both hands free for collecting your fruit and vegetables or harvesting your flowers and so on. You can use them indoors for floral displays with dried flowers in, and you can use them for fruit or vegetable collection and holding on the kitchen table. We also supply many to corporate companies so that they give gifts to their journalist colleagues or to their staff or visiting dignitaries. So there are many uses for a trug, and I'm sure we haven't exhausted every opportunity yet. And there's our almost finished trug. Still a few more processes to go through, like trimming up the boards on the end there to make them neat, and then the whole trug is hand sanded to make sure it's nice and smooth and feels good in the hand. After that we can either sell it as it is, or we can put a series of stains and colours on the handles and the rims, and we can also hot poker work the handle and rim and put messages on there to personalise the trug for a gift or something like that.